Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode fucking 99 of the Brand Risk Podcast. That's right. It's not episode 100. You notice it's just Edwin and I. We're here to kind of just fuck around and reflect on the fact that we have 98 other episodes with almost like, what, 95 fucking guests now? Episode 100, we have a special guest, but we don't want to leak anything about that yet.
Dude. 99, bro. That's crazy.
Cool number. And
Dude,
what's cooler?
Huh?
We didn't miss a single fucking one.
Oh, I know. Yeah, in a row. And now when we hit 100, we can miss as many as we want.
We can miss as many as we want. After we hit 100, chat, we're going to start doing one. We're going to start doing one a week and just make sure it's super high quality or some shit. We're ordering the studio. I know you guys are going to be upset, but let's be honest. Fucking at least 60% of you haven't watched the other podcast. Go catch up.
Yeah, you definitely should.
Like, don't yeah.
And that's why we're only going one a week now, because you guys need to catch up, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah,
basically.
we noticed that, not every podcast gets the same amount of views, so we said, fuck y'all, go watch them all, and once they're all even,
like every video has to at least match our current sub count. So every video has to have at least
45,000.
Yeah, 45,000.
46,000 even if you guys aren't lowballing us.
Specifically, yeah. So 50,000 if we're there, but no, seriously, man, it's been crazy. It's been a long time, bro. Like you and I, we go about our daily routine, weekly, monthly, and time flies by, dude. When we looked back like a couple episodes ago, we're on like episode like 90 something or like 88. I was like, dude, 88, 90, that's crazy.
Yeah, they do go up every time. They go up one.
Yeah. Oh, is that how that works? I mean, just like in the terms of like, we don't think about it, you know what I mean? And it crept up on us. I feel like I didn't think we hit 80, 90 fast, especially when we started doing 2 a week. Yeah,
well, not even that. Like, you're right. You don't think about it. It's like, all right, who's the next guest? Because we're doing 2 a week. So it's like, okay, it's time for Monday's episode. We record that either Sunday or Saturday. And then by the time Monday's episode's up, you're spending all Monday making sure it goes up correctly. And by then you have fucking 2 days now to record the next one.
Yep.
So it's like as badly as doing once a week, like now that I think about it, it did kind of keep us on track. Like it kept us busy. I will say we did exhaust like most of our media guests.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm down for Clicks episode 5, Ronaldo episode 17. Fuck it. The Turner episode 12, if we can catch that little rat.
We really need an episode with Clicks and Ron.
Dude, I have a request that I think I really need fulfilled, and I thought about it the other day. I almost actually messaged them, but I need to see a Paper and Action Man podcast.
Oh,
I just want to get them in a room together. I just want to let them talk about Twitch, because they both kind of hate it. You know what I mean? I think that'd be so fucking funny. Wait, we need to get Paper back on. Period, bro. He's one of my favorite people on the podcast.
Who was your favorite? Yeah,
dude, I was about to ask you the same thing.
No,
bro.
Yeah, but I beat you to it.
Dude, I would have to say
no. Stop. Nah. I'm looking through the list right now.
Dude, I'm telling you, I really think that Paper has to be one of my favorite ones, bro. Because that motherfucker just had me dying the whole time.
Paper might be one of my favorite ones as well. You know what, actually? And I'm not gonna say this was specifically my favorite one, but this was one of my favorite ones because of the relationship that I now have with the person. Berserk.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah, he's really cool.
We hung out at VidSummit. Edwin, it felt like I was in my high school days, bro. Like in high school, it used to be me and my friend Luke Del Balzo. And we used to
what a fucking name.
Yeah, he's Italian. And we used to troll every teacher. Like we would tag team sarcasm a teacher and get out of any situation. We were so charismatic. And like Luke was real well spoken. Like he could use big words, and I was just good at fucking coming up with scenarios and like playing along with them. And any scenario we were in, whether it be in trouble or whatever, we would like play it off to the teacher as if like you had nothing to do with it or shit like that.
Of course.
Yeah, bro. And it took me, dude, being with Berserk over the past 2 days. So, chat, if anybody doesn't know, I went to LA for 5 to 6 days. The first 2 were like an event called VidSummit, and then the other 3 I went and like collabed with people, did other podcasts, etc. But like being with Berserk there, every time we'd meet someone, we'd like come up with some lie together, like a little joke that we'd play off of them. So this dude comes up and introduces himself as like fucking his merch company. They were a big merch company, whatever. And he says like, we run a bunch of Shopify stores, etc. And their company is called blah 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 Prince, or like whatever the name is. The word Prince, Prints. So he introduces himself as that, and I go, oh, I'm a Prince too. And and then he goes to introduce Berserk, and he's like, oh, you're actually a Prince? I was like, no, I'm not actually a Prince, but his dad does own Shopify. And I look at Berserk. And the guy like looks at him and goes, actually? And we like play it off. And I thought we were gonna end it. I thought we were just gonna tell the kid, like the guy, it's a joke. And Berserk just kept playing it off, and I was like, all right, fuck it, we're going ham. And for like fucking 3 minutes, this dude thinks that Berserk is the Shopify CEO's son, and we just
dude, the fucked up thing is he definitely looked at him and thought, he's like, damn, he's white and blonde, like for sure his dad owns Shopify, you know what I mean? That's so funny. Yeah, Berserk's the man. I knew Berserk fucked the moment that I realized that, and like obviously you're not a weeb or whatever, but the ring he was wearing when we had the podcast,
he had it there too. He wears it everywhere.
That shit's hard, bro. And you know what's fucked up? After that podcast, I looked up those rings. He's wearing like an Akatsuki ring from Naruto, if anyone knows, you know, listening. And I asked Arab, I was like, bro, if I got us these rings, would you wear one? Arab looks me in the eyes, he goes, fuck no. I'm like, damn, bro. I was like, this is like a friendship thing. He's like, fuck no, I'm not wearing that shit. I'm like, okay, fair. You're not a ring guy, right?
No, I'm not a ring guy, bro.
Yeah.
Look, fair, I don't like wearing shit on my hand. Like even this, like I'm surprised I wear these bands, but I need these because you're right. Sometimes I lose one.
Yeah. I got like 5 of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, nah, hell no, I'm not that strapped.
So you're saying Berserk's your favorite one?
Berserk. So I'm still looking through the list. I think Zate was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Zate was one of my favorite ones.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Exactly.
That was cool for you, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it was like I always fucked with him, and he really does have a good head on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I always fucked with him, and just having that. It's kind of like when I met 72 Hours at the MFM barbecue. Yeah. It was like closure. Like I knew like Zate reacts, like likes my shit and stuff. Like we interact on Twitter. But like I've never actually spoken to him, especially since the falling out that we had with Alpha Core or whatever during my squad's journey. So that was cool because I don't know if
I feel like recently you've had like a lot of closure, like 72 Hours, EMAD, like all that shit. Like it's cool to see that all shit kind of got figured out. You know what I mean?
And you know that shit never like I didn't care about it. It was like cool to just because I don't care for beef, bro. I don't get me wrong, I milk it. I'm great at milking whatever's like at my table. I'll take advantage of it. But like I'm never the one that like starts shit. I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, but once it started, you end it, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it was great. It was great. Like like you said, good closure. I like the variety of guests we've had.
Yeah. I think that I don't know, like the thing about like the podcast that it was like at the beginning, it was kind of odd because like I felt like sometimes when we did like the Fortnite podcast, I was kind of third wheeling just because of like my lack of knowledge. But I think when we started getting more variety of guests and started kind of not being a Fortnite only podcast, and I really started feeling at home, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even like as far as like from a viewer standpoint, like the comments got a lot more supportive than they were when it was just like a Fortnite thing.
Right.
And like that's why like I think episodes like the Zate one were really cool for you specifically because like that dude is like the fucking godfather of Fortnite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that shit was dope. You know what I mean? But like I said, I think the variety of the guests that we've had on the podcast, and that's just like, dude, and that's like within our small sphere of people we even know up to this point. Like that's nothing compared to what it's gonna. I mean, fuck, just off the people you met at VidSummit, we're gonna have a crazy lineup of guests coming up. You know what I mean?
I mean, you saw it too. Like I was telling people at VidSummit that we have podcasts, etc. These are like a bunch of Minecraft YouTubers, etc. that haven't like blew up during COVID. Don't really get to show their personalities to people online because they don't have a platform where they can just upload an hour and a half of them talking. That's the beauty. Like on top of the networking aspect of podcasts, all these people are like people with millions of subscribers, and all their fans get to see them is the 10-minute crazy fast-paced video that they upload that is meant to, to tell a story rather than who's actually behind this. Like you build that personal connection.
Yeah, I feel like I've mentioned that before, where people oftentimes don't get the long form conversational content of their favorite creator, and that's why us documenting these people and who they are is really cool. Like you can literally see an evolution of how someone has progressed from watching our podcast, and then like a few years later seeing how they end up. You know what I mean? And it's just cool that we are that long form content that nobody else has on a lot of these people. Bro, what's crazy? You know what I've gotten a lot from my IRLs that watch our podcast? Do you know what their favorite episode is?
Oh, stop. IRLs? Florida IRLs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, if you guess this, I will laugh my ass off.
Hold up.
Florida, bro. Bath salts. Weird. You know what I mean? Like
Tommy.
No.
Which one?
Sky does Minecraft.
Oh my god.
Dude, they love.
You're right. They would love that.
I had homies over last night.
We did have Net Nobody on. Holy shit.
They told me that their favorite one was definitely the Sky Does Minecraft one, just because of the crazy shit that dude talked about, bro.
He did. He did say a lot of shit.
They talked about becoming the Avatar and shit, and then getting raided by the FBI, moving clouds and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, if that's not an ad to go watch that, if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
You know what's cool too? Like I'm talking like all these Minecraft YouTubers I met at VidSummit, etc. All of them like they know who he is. They used to watch him. You know what I'm saying? Like we had him on our podcast early on, even. Like,
yeah, no, dude, that dude was massive.
I think it's cool because if we uploaded the one with him now, it would get 20-30K views. We uploaded it back then, it got 4.6. Like our floor now, our minimum views with a guest that has 0 pull is 5.5, 6K, and a guest with like even a decently known name in a community, dude. 10 to 20K minimum, which is so cool.
Oh my god, you know what another one of my favorite ones was? Laylam. Laylam was one of my favorite ones, bro. Laylam was like
Laylam was fun, and I think especially when we have it IRL, you'll find the Laylam ones will be like too fun.
Bro, I'm a real dumbass for that Laylam one, because the way I told you guys that story about the streaker, that shit was way too easy to find, bro. Everyone found it immediately. Top comment is just a link to the fucking video. But yeah, that I had to say the Laylam one is one of my favorite ones. Any of the ones where like we're like laid back and it can actually like, get to know the person was really cool. Like hearing your stories with Laylam was cool as fuck. Dude, I don't think you guys did you guys tell him the Cap story?
Yeah, we did. I'm pretty sure.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah. Laylam started getting shit like people telling him he's a fucking drug addict. After that, people like send him the clip. And like think that he's a fucking hard stoner or something, and
That's funny as fuck.
He eventually like tweeted about it. He's like, guys, I'm not a fucking whatever. I experienced fucking real racism for the first time this week.
Would you care to share with the class?
I would care to share with the class. So like, chat, you guys know, like I get called, I get called shit all the time. Like people are racist, whatever. They could be joking, whatever. In general, like I've been randomly selected. I've dealt with like. Being having
it wasn't that random, but
yeah, exactly. Like having shit against me, obviously, because post 9/11 Middle Eastern dude in the US.
Yeah, we never forgot.
Dude, I'm at VidSummit and I see this Egyptian dude, big creator. Well, I thought was Egyptian, and my thing is like I introduce myself, and if someone's Arab, like I'll say I'm Lebanese. and normally it's a connecting ground, like boom, Arab, dope, and like Edwin's seen it. There's like a Middle Eastern
Oh my
connection.
God.
It's
Yeah.
like instant. So like I go introduce myself to this guy, and I introduce myself. I'm like, hey, the name's Arab. I'm from Lebanon. And instantly, like, I see a shift in his demeanor. And so, like, he goes from being friendly with these other people. And mind you, this is a massive creator. Massive. Like, what, like, huge. And he fucking looks at me and, like, searches on my channel. I'm like the #1 search for the word Arab on, like, all socials or most socials. He, like, pulls up TikTok. I was like, yeah, that's the one that I'm not on it for. So he, like, looks up YouTube, pulls up my channel, and without even looking at my channel, okay, goes, yeah, this is shit. This is like probably one of the worst channels I've ever seen, actually. You should probably quit. Like, I'm serious too. Like, this is actually some horrible content. And then he like says bye to the other people and walks off. And at first I was like, I think he's trolling. I thought he was trolling. I thought that was like his way of like
For
comedy
sure.
or whatever, you know me. I always like benefit of the doubt for people. Like I didn't take it as like, oh, this is racist, whatever, blah blah blah. I thought he was trolling. So like, or even so, I thought maybe he took me saying Arab, the wrong way. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Still weird.
Next morning, I'm chilling in the lobby, and my Palestinian friend comes down. Also, another YouTuber, Palestinian friend comes down. He goes, bro, the weirdest shit happened to me last night. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah. He goes, he was being real fucking racist to me. I was like, whoa. He was to me too. I was like, explain. Like, I was like, explain. He goes, he walks up to me, sees my Palestinian flag on my neck, and goes, nice Israeli map or something. And that's like he's mocking him, saying like it's not Palestine, it's Israel, whatever. And then like starts mocking him and shit, and then introduces him to his fucking Israeli soldier friend who like manages him now. And like they start mocking him. And then and it was the weirdest thing. And I was like, wow, it all clicked. Like, he hated me. The part I didn't mention here is when I introduced myself as Lebanese, he introduced himself as Israeli Palestinian. So like Israel hates Lebanon. Like, it's like that. Like, politically, Israel hates Lebanon. But like, that's an older generation thing. Like, new generation, none of us care. I meet a fucking Jew, I meet a Palestinian, whatever it is. Like, we're all chill. Like, we're people. We're a much more like less hateful generation, I feel like. Anyways, point is, he hated us because where we were from. And it was like an instant switch. Like, he didn't know us. He didn't know anything about us. It was just like, fuck you guys. You're from here. So that shit was like crazy. Like, it's not like it fucking sticks to me. It's a funny story, It's not like it affects me, but it was like, I was just like, wow, like this actually does exist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like an instant switch like that without me having done anything to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny that that you didn't even take it as racism at first. Like, that must have been really confusing. You're like, bro, why the fuck's this dude coming at me? You know what I mean? Like,
I thought it was just his comedy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And you're a good dude. Bro. Because like, if someone tried my shit like that publicly, and I couldn't tell if they were kidding or not, I would ask for clarification. Be like, are you kidding? You know what I mean? And like, if you like, I don't know, like that's just fucking weird. But I mean, like, when does that ever happen where somebody just comes at you so sideways? You know what I mean? Like, that would have caught me so off guard
sideways.
too. Yeah. I was like, bro, do we have a problem? Like what's the deal? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was weird, bro.
Because like, I feel like that, dude, that's some crazy shit, bro. To say that your shit isn't good and to quit and shit, and like to mean that to your face, like, that's
without watching anything.
Wild. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck do you do? What you know what I mean? Like, I don't out the guy if you don't want to. Like how much different could his content have possibly have been to be like, my shit's like so much better than yours? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't even about that. It was just literally pure racism for sure. Like,
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
And the weird thing about that is like, he didn't even specify that it was his distaste for who, like, where you come from. Like, I almost feel like I almost feel like hand in hand with racism. Like it's not like, oh, I'm racist because you're this and I'm this, you know, like this and that. Like he wasn't even like telling you what the fuck was up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was just
Weird.
like, I mean, he
Passive
couldn't.
aggressive racism almost.
Yeah. I don't know. Shit's wild. You know, I don't care to fucking say who it is. I'm not trying to ruin people's fucking.
No, because we're gonna have him on the podcast.
Not when he sees that flag.
Yeah, for real. Dude, I think shit like that's so wild, bro. Like
yeah, I'm not like a fucking twit longer. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
I see things as funny interactions.
Sure. Dude, I was hanging out with my 2 white friends last night, and it's so funny because like it really hit me that they were white when they said
like,
this shit.
No end pass.
Oh my god, no end pass.
Fuck.
Oh my god, absolutely not. They're the type of white people that if they said the N word, they'd burst into flames type shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're hanging out with Sodom and Gomorrah.
They were Jewish too, which is the hilarious part.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway,
okay.
so we're sitting there, we're watching a video on YouTube, and it was a song. This is how it started, and it kept happening. It wasn't just this one time last night. We're sitting there watching a song. It was the music video for Peaches by Kodak Black, and they're like, we're sitting there, we're watching it, and like we're just sharing music right now, and they're like, yeah, man, this video is dope. And I was like, yeah, like why? Like why do you like it? They're like, yeah, you know what I really like about it? I'm like, what? They're like, that everyone in this music video is black. That shit's fire. I was like, I didn't even notice that. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look, I'm like, oh my god, you're right. Everyone in this music video is black. That's interesting. And then we watched another Kodak Black music video, and then we're sitting there, we're listening. They go, man, he is so Haitian. That shit's fire. I was like, what? I'm like, dude, who gives a fuck where he's from, bro? Like, I don't know. Like, you know how like you and I, like in general, we don't even see race like that. We're just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
you
we
know
just crack jokes, whoever, you know.
Yeah,
like...
but I mean, like, I would never be like, yo, this is dope because they are this. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, is the music good? Is the video good? But it was just funny that they're like, yo, this is extra good because he Haitian. They're like, they're all black. Like, that's fire. I'm like, damn, y'all are white as fuck, bro. What the hell? I'm like, who does that?
Bro, I met this teacher at VidSummit. And you know, like this lady trying to start a YouTube channel, get an construction education so that she can teach whatever. Super sweet, vibrant black lady. Mm-hmm. And she sits down with us after you know, that story happened, after my friend sat down, told me that racist story that happened to him, etc. And I start talking about the racist story and like telling her, and she goes, you know what I realized? We're all black. I was like,
you're like, Matt? No, my bad.
And I was like, elaborate. She goes, we're just all black. I was like, And like, she starts showing me like her black cousins, and like trying to tell me like they look Middle Eastern. And she was like, look, I have so many that look Middle Eastern. We're all black, you know, like everyone is just a little bit black. And she starts showing me and my friend, and she's like, isn't he looking Middle Eastern? And we both look at each other like, no, black. And then she shows another one and be like, no, he looks black. Like, yeah,
looks like he can jump. You know what I mean? For sure.
But yeah, that was a funny story from this weekend too.
You're like, ma'am, are you referring to their melanin? Are you referring to their skin color? Like, we're all just generally brown colored. Like,
I think that's what she was talking about. I have no idea. I learned a lot, bro. Funny, though. I learned a lot at VidSummit. A lot of good talks.
What was your one thing that they said that you're like, oh shit?
What I liked is that everyone gave a different perspective. So like, true. Let's say my favorite one was Hayden Hillier Smith's. I think Hayden Hillier. I don't know if Smith is his last name, but Hayden Hillier, who's Logan Paul's editor. Mm-hmm. And all these talks before him were about analytics, how you need to study more analytics, how you need to see where the retention is dropping in your YouTube video, compare it to other videos, see what you can do better. And it's like true, like that's what most people are doing. But he gets out there and he goes, fuck what everybody else just said. And he starts giving a presentation on storytelling. And it was the idea that like it's not about analytics. It's not about it's about building a beautiful piece of art, and that will do well itself. You know what I'm saying? And so his whole idea was like, all right, we've gone through the era on YouTube of gaming, of vloggers, of Vine vloggers, whatever, of 10-minute watch time commentary, of now it's like the analytics era basically. And he says next is going to be storytelling. And it was kind of cool because he also showed a text between him and Logan. And he texted Logan. He said, Logan, have you ever looked at analytics? And he goes, no, fuck that. And he's like, why? And he goes, everyone's so focused on analytics and they don't make fucking a good piece of content,
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're guided more by the analytics than they are by their own their own taste and why they got into it. You know what I mean? Actually that reminds me of, and this is gonna be like a reference that like you'll get just because you were there when we were watching it, but like maybe other people remember we watched that episode of Rick and Morty, and Morty was living his life based on what the stone told him to live because he wanted to die a certain way.
Yeah,
that's almost like they're just being guided by something that isn't them. You know what I mean? Like by the analytics, type shit.
Yeah. I mean, if they like it, by all means, But
For sure.
the final idea that he basically like ended on was that do a mix of both. Don't be afraid to study, but like focus on the story.
Dude, the real problem these days, and this is how you know that YouTube's down bad, is that we're fucking giving editors a platform. Like we just had a podcast with an editor. Like
right?
Fuck 'em.
Ugh.
Like why are they getting a platform?
They're
What do you mean?
fucking like, buddy, just do your job.
Yeah, like, I'm not trying to listen to you. Like
you're not
Logan
a creator.
Paul, Maverick.
Fuck Tribe, my editor.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
I hate him.
For what? Wait, who? I don't even know who that is. Fuck.
I was a piece of shit too.
Who? I don't even know, man. Quit giving them platform. We could say their names. See, like,
we'll,
now you're saying
we'll blur it. We'll blur it. We'll bleep it out.
Okay. We'll blur it. Yo, Hachi. Wait, bleep that too. Fuck. Anyways,
we're uploading on TikTok now. If you guys didn't know,
dude, is doing so good.
It took us a while to build. Something I learned this weekend too is don't spread yourself too thin, and I gotta remember that myself, because right now, I'm pumping out stream and I'm trying to shift my main channel to vlogs, and I'm pumping out Arab live content, I'm pumping out podcasts, and I'm pumping out Brammer's vlogs, and you got to remind yourself to like not spread too thin, and like makes me think like now that I'm going to shift to the IRL streaming shortly, like the IRL itch that I needed will be pumped out into fucking live clips, you know what I'm saying? That then I can even focus on, sure, like I can vlog when we go somewhere and make a nice trip, but it doesn't have to be okay, I got to pump out a video every 5 days. It can be a nice cinematic piece, because that itch for live content, like showing that I can be funny in real life, will be live streamed for hours. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm excited for your live stream shit is to have input on like where you should go and what you should do, because I have some really good ideas. Would you like to hear one?
Yeah.
So here's one of my initial ideas. So we get you obviously the live stream backpack, this and that, and we get you a speaker, obviously, and the speaker is for like the TTS, so people donate for text to speech.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, they done, you're live IRL. They donate text to speech. Everyone around you can hear it, right? Like they can say whatever they want, minus a few blacklisted words, etc. So I was thinking, we take you to the hood, and we go to a barber shop, and you sit down and get a haircut at the barber shop, and you just don't know, I'm live streaming this and that, like you guys might hear some weird shit, and then just see what chat does, and they kind of decide whether you live or die. I think that'd be cool. That'd be dope. That's like my first idea. You know what I mean?
If you think about it that way, I could probably get 2 like 1 of 10s on YouTube, which if anyone doesn't know, that's like your best video out of the past 10, because I can make one called my last stream ever. I can also schedule one called my last video ever, in case I die. And then after I die, I can have Albo uploaded to Arab Live and say how Arab died. It could be 3 1 of 10s.
Yeah, and then I can make money, because I'll just make money off of like the merch that I'll sell of you dying.
Which you should do, by the way. I'm gonna put this out in public. I want, when I die, my friends, my family to make money off my name and fucking give it to my family or my friend, whatever. Just milk my name.
Yeah.
Build a good legacy. At least make the merch good.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
You know
of
what I'm
course.
saying? Like
100%. Oh, it's gonna be good for sure.
Like get a designer,
okay.
like while you're mourning, if you are mourning, or
So
you
you're
probably
saying
won't
that
be because
on
you'll
the
probably be
record?
taking the life insurance claim out on me. Yeah, I'm saying
So
that on the
you're saying
record.
on the record.
100%.
Okay. Fire. We'll definitely be using that later.
Do
for
not
sure.
give shit to people who are using, or friends and family of mine who are using my name for. I mean, dude, anyone. Let's be honest. Use my name for clout when I'm dead.
Yo,
Someone kills me just so
literally-
they can get a 1 of 10.
Like literally, bro. Like when you die, to everyone listening, like everyone that's listening to this right now, when Arab dies, you guys can act like you guys were like best friends with him and like make up stories and shit about how you guys hung out and shit. You know?
Yeah, how I used to be the kid who
eats.
eats glue. We did that too. I did that with Berserk. We
Yeah, you eat glue.
No, we made two people think that the way we met is we go way back, and Berserk used to be the kid that ate glue in the corner, and Elmer's obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
Name brand.
Yeah, 100%. I'd be disappointed if he didn't. That's like drinking fucking Target brand orange juice instead of Dole, or Simply.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, good weekend overall. Episode 99. A little reflection, I'm excited for episode 100. We have a surprise.
Yeah.
On the way.
Special guest, dude. This is gonna be a
Special
cool
guest, dude. I mean, we've come a long way. We're uploading on TikTok. We're uploading on IG Reels now. TikTok's booming. Okay, we're about to start uploading YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts coming soon.
The Clips channel is about to go crazy. Just in general, everything is like, it's about
Everything's
to hit.
going how it should, bro. You know what I mean? Like
there's
I
about
feel
to be
like,
a boom in our podcast.
I feel like we had I think in brand risk in general, bro. I feel like we had when we decided to move in together, when we decided to really take this to the next level, I think we had an idea of what we wanted it to look like, and I think it's really fitting that mold. I think that, I mean, I'm very proud of what we do, bro. I'm very proud of, like every time I go into somebody's chat that we've had on the podcast, like their viewers freak out. You know what I mean? Like it's cool, bro. Like it's really cool that we've been getting a lot of community support from streamers, from other people, from like, dude, if I had a penny for every time somebody came in my chat and was like, yo, like, love you on the podcast, or like love the podcast, this and that, like, bro, like it's so much every day, daily. I'm sure you get it too. You know what I mean? Like there's not one day we go live, either of us, and there's not at least a couple people that say something about the podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, I have that subscription. It's like what, 7 minimum a stream that like the positive messages come in.
Dude,
what?
I made a joke about that when I was live the other day, because somebody was like,
Yikes.
What?
Making a joke about that on Twitch? Yikes.
Dude, yeah, but listen, so I'm, yeah, for real. So I made a joke about like botting views and like chatters and shit, and I'm talking shit about like how they're all fake and this and that. Somebody asked a really stupid question. It was like a new person, and I had a Twitch staff in my chat I didn't know, and they're like, "Yeah, the subscriptions come with Twitch staff too," and I was like,
wait, and one that you don't know?
I didn't recognize the name. I didn't. But then I found out it was somebody that I did know. So, dude, so get this. Somebody in my chat has been a longtime viewer of my stream.
Oh, yeah,
and And then they got employed by fucking Twitch. And then they just pull up with a different name and a badge. And they didn't tell me for weeks. I'm like, bro, you could have just told me it was you. And I don't know. But anyways, it was him. And it was funny as fuck. I was like, damn, bro. Fuck. Caught in 4K shit.
Edwin's banned. Yeah, that's really it. Fucking...
Yeah.
Dude,
no, let's get emotional. No, let's get emotional. Let's give me some emotion. I mean, how do you feel about brand risk? How do you feel about the future of it? What are you looking forward to? And I'm not just, and when I say what I'm looking forward to, I don't want you to say the studio and the new house. I'm going to think even farther past that. Because for those of you that are listening that don't know, next year, February, we're moving out of this house. We're getting a bigger house. We're hopefully getting some more of the team in with us, down here in Florida and whatnot. But I want to know what you're excited for after that. Like where do you see brand risk going in the next 3 years?
3 years from now, I think Branders the podcast will be big enough to, one, fund us not needing to do anything else.
Nice.
Two, pay for some crazy vlogs. You know what I'm saying? Like I do feel like 3 years from now we'll heavily stray away from the 4-minute vlog stuff because we'll have so much content and ability to kind of like what like Logan Paul and Mike Malak do nowadays. You know, they just travel places to go record podcasts with people and film dope content while they're traveling, where it's no longer going to be just like, okay, 4 minutes of content. I mean, we struggle to get 4 minutes of content a week because like we have so much shit to do, etc. But it's because we don't have cameramen on us at all times. Like by that point, you have a team, you have cameramen, and the podcast is basically funding this empire of content. So like it'll be, we won't struggle to get content because all the jokes that we say that we can't capture, they won't be missed. You know what I'm saying? So it'll just be a plethora. Yeah, that's how I see it. Like I'm saying 3 years from now, we're at like 600K subs on a podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe even 1 million. And it's just booming.
Yeah. I mean, I think we definitely built a really strong core audience. You know what I mean? Like the Brandress boys, the people that support us, they're ride or die, dude. They really are. They love, you know what I mean? Like what this is all about.
For sure. Know? And that's the thing too about like, once we release merch, the cool thing about Brandress, because I feel like I want people to see other people wearing Brandress merch and be like, that dude can take jokes.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about meeting new people is you never know, like, can I push the line here and crack this hilarious joke? Bro, some people I met this weekend, we sat there and just cracked the fucking most racist jokes to each other. Straight up. And it was like, they were cracking some crazy bomb jokes to me, and I was cracking some fucking crazy jokes to them, and we were just having a blast. Nobody was harmed. Everybody fucking loved it. You know, we're all fucking dying laughing. And it was just a great overall night talking about how the world's become a bunch of fucking pussies. You know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, we were even talking about like our parents' experiences or our experiences, like as foreigners, you know, we're treated differently or whatnot as colored people. But it was like, and it wasn't on some like, yo, like feel bad for us shit. It was like, we laugh about shit because of what we've been through, you know, like.
Yeah. Bro, and you know what's crazy? I realized like I think I had a very recent example of this, and I knew this before, but like people that aren't super into the internet, like people don't use Twitter avidly, people that don't use like, you know, these social medias avidly, they don't get offended by shit, dude.
They don't. It's like just social media people.
They have not been softened by the internet. And let me, dude. So I met this. I told you about him. But I'll retell the story. I met this dude. He's like a friend of a friend, and he's black. And the friend that I met him through is also black. And we went golfing. And there was like two white people, and then the rest of us were like, you know, not white. And we were talking about our Halloween costumes. And and they're like, "What are you being for Halloween?" I was like, "Oh, me and Arab might go as they and them, like just like or some shit. You know, we might do something that's, we're trying to be problematic, like we're trying to like be annoying or whatever. So maybe they and them or something." And they were talking about like costume ideas, and I was like, "Bro,
don't say our costume idea. Don't say it, because this podcast will be out before that. I don't want people to copy it."
No.
Okay.
Fair, but I'm gonna tell you what I told them.
It's gonna go viral. Our costume idea is going viral, chat.
Listen, so I was talking to them, and we were just spitting out like costume ideas, and like I said, once again, for the point of this joke that I thought was really funny, two things you have to know before we get to this joke. The dude I'm talking about is not internet at all. Like he is so not internet. Like he's just like a black dude that thinks shit is funny, and we're with three colored people and 2 white people, and I was like, dude, you know what'd be a really funny idea? Like what? I was like, what if like some of us dressed up as like gorillas, and some of us dressed up as bananas, and the gorillas just chased around the bananas like, you know, like throughout the night for Halloween and this and that. And then and then the dude that's not internet goes, when you say some of us, I know who you're talking about. And then I start cracking up, and he goes, I want to let you know that you're a gorilla too, my friend. You're not a banana, my friend. You're a gorilla as well. And like, I don't know, bro. I was just dying, bro, because like every time I did, like, I don't know, I was like, someone should be gorillas. He's like, what do you mean by some of us?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that shit was just so funny. But like it became evident that like he's not on Twitter like that. You know what I mean? Like he's not a part of like the internet to like know to get offended at shit. And it was really actually refreshing, to be honest.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why you're preying on his naivety? You piece
Absolutely.
of shit.
Absolutely. Nah, dude, I wish it was like that, bro. I miss when, bro. Did I ever tell you about?
I don't miss
I
it.
had to have.
We're creating it.
True. But did I ever tell you about the fact that like my 8th grade teacher, me and him, we were like really tight because like we both watched Mine and Sia.
Yeah.
And did I tell you what he said?
You told me he said some shit one day.
Like he called me a racial term for a Hispanic person, but lovingly as like an inside joke between me and him because we both watched Mine and Sia.
Say what he called you.
Oh, dude, he's just called me a beaner all the time. Yeah, like he's like, yo, my beaner, or like some shit like that. And I would just die. I thought it was so funny. But then like looking back on it, I was like, dude, I was like, in this year, in this day and age, if somebody's parent heard him call me that, like it'd be a fucking issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's just, I don't know, bro. Like that shows a fond memory of mine, but like the dude would literally lose his job these days because of that.
But because of that, you like frijoles now.
Oh, I love frijoles, my essay, my vato. Hey, essay, what do you call a pool full of Mexicans, essay?
Hold on, refried beans.
No, bean dip.
Oh, bean dip. I was like, I don't know, what is it? What is this gonna? Something beans? I don't know. Listen, boys, thanks for making it to the end of the podcast. Cool to reflect back on how many fucking guests we've had, and just like we're here. Episode 100 is gonna be sick. Tune into that, and yeah, bro, it's dope. Thanks for 45,000 subs. Thanks for. Dude, we're about to get a studio soon. Studio changes the whole vibe. We did this all over Discord.
It so does.
Studios are so sick, bro. I'm telling you, I've been on 2 studio podcasts, and it's just like I can talk forever. You just feel like you can fuck around.
Being in person with somebody, bro, like you get to read them a lot better too, like their body language and shit. You know what I mean?
It's
like
easier to tell stories too. Like seeing the laugh makes you laugh more. Listen, boys, make sure you subscribe. Oh shit, I almost clicked start stream. Recording on OBS. Make sure you boys subscribe. Go fucking follow us on Twitter. That's where you can keep up with us. We upload vlogs every Sunday. No, Wednesday now. Oh my god, we upload Wednesday now. Whoa.
Every Wednesday, yeah.
That means we're uploading Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And that's aside from our separate channels where Edwin's killing it with shorts now.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And I'm not uploading.
Bro, I would like to say that it's hilarious to me that we're ending episode 99 where my last joke was the bean dip one, and I think that that's so appropriate.
It was actually appropriating.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys later. Peace.